Hi everyone, and welcome into another Linfield College Women's Soccer Weekly Coaches Report here on the Linfield Sports Network. I'm Joe Stewart, and joining me this week for the first time, assistant coach Zac York. Zac, how you doing today, man?
Pretty good. Well, getting ready for UPS this weekend. Be exciting.
Couple of big matches, and we'll get to that in a sec, but I do want to take a look at this last week for you guys. Two wins, so back on track in the W category, moving the conference record to 7-3-1 now overall. And looking back at that Pacific win on last Wednesday, a 3-2 victory for the Wildcats. And it started off great. You guys go 3-0, but then give up two late goals in the 86th and 88th minute. That first goal coming off the first corner kick of the entire match for Pacific. What do you think led to that late scare after such a solid start to that match for Linfield?
I think we just got a little too overconfident. Let off the gas a little bit towards the end, and that was the result. They had two good counters against us, and it's a little unlucky for Maddie. I know she's been mentally tough trying to battle through and get clean sheets, and that doesn't help. But I think our overall performance was pretty good. I think we just need to learn how to see games out.
Definitely. And then looking to Saturday's match as well against Willamette, a very solid dub against a very solid squad. I mean, this is a team that you guys lost to 3-1 early in the season, and now they come down to McMinnville, take care of business. The goal scored, first career goal for outside back senior Anna Peckham, so that was a beauty of a shot as well. But how did it feel for the team to come back and really respond well after falling to this team all the way back at the beginning of the year?
I think it was a big confidence boost. I know we're in the second half of the season now, and so we know what Willamette's going to do. We know what most of these teams are going to do now. Our game plan going into it was preparing for what they did to us last time we played. I think we prepared well, and it didn't look like they were doing as much as they were last time, which was good for us. And since we were prepared, we had built up a lot of confidence coming into the game. I think it was one of their better overall games, putting first and second half together. But I think it's a good building block on where we want to be towards the end of the season.
For sure. So then let's take a look ahead to this upcoming weekend. 2 on the road, as it's that time of year with the schedule flipping around. You had a nice long homestand a few weeks ago. Yep. Now it goes the other way. It starts with a very tough match on Saturday on the road at UPS. And UPS, we all know, have been one of the best squads in a while, and they came down to McMinnville and got a 2-1 victory a couple weeks ago. What sort of adjustments are you and the rest of the coaching staff and this team going to be taking from that first match against the Loggers?
I think that was our turning point in the season. It was a good game for us. It was disappointing loss. I think it was our first one where we actually sat back and was like, we did play really well against them. And after that game, we started to turn it on and start playing a little better. I don't think we're going to change really. Our game plan is going to stay the same. We're going to be aggressive going forward and play how we play, but we're going to do it better this time.
And then definitely on Sunday, you've got another tough one against Lewis and Clark. I mean, Lewis and Clark may not have the record that some of the top clubs in the conference do this year, but they've really found their identity over the last couple of weeks, it seems. They've started to give some of these teams in the Northwest Conference some real problems. How is it different going against a team that you took care of business against, winning 3-0 at home, but now they've really solidified as a squad? How do you approach that mindset differently against a team that is in a different place confidence-wise than they were when you played them the first time?
We play to our own standard. We try not to play against another opponent, because we have some teams that have been on a hot streak but come in and have a bad game, and you can't drop your level because of how they're playing. So we just try to do how we play. We just try to improve every game. I do think Lewis and Clark played really well when we played them the first time. It was a tough game for us, and we got the result, but I think our level dropped a little bit from the UPS game the day before, and it'll be it'll be tough because we do get back pretty late from Tacoma that night, turn around and then get back on the road and head to Portland. We'll see how well our girls are mentally for this game.
Definitely. That's pretty much going to do it for us here with this week's Linfield College Women's Soccer Coaches Report. I'm Joe Stewart. Zac York was alongside with me today. Thanks for taking the time today, Coach.
Thank you, Joe.
Again, the Wildcats have 2 on the road at UPS on Saturday and then at Lewis and Clark on Sunday. Next weekend, it's on the road against the Wits, the big trek out to Eastern Washington before coming home on November 9th for Senior Day against Pacific Lutheran. We'll catch you next week.